has a unique ability to help you strengthen your body. Most times when you're looking to strengthen, you'll go and you'll lift weights at the gym. But in yoga, we use our own body as a weight. What this does is it helps us develop our muscles not only on the outside of the body, but in the core of the body. And in the process, we don't lose any of the flexibility. Increasingly, as you do this yoga practice, you learn how to incorporate all of the muscles of the body into a single posture. Some of them will be contracting and some of them will be stretching. The sequence of programs that I've outlined here brings you from the very most primary aspects of yoga. The first program in this sequence is for beginners. I'll teach you the very most elementary parts of yoga. After you've done that successfully and mastered that and feel really comfortable with that, move on to the next program. The postures there will be more difficult. We'll be using our body more as a weight in that program. By the time we get on to the third and fourth programs, we'll be balancing much of our body weight on a very small area. That's what helps us create real strength, core strength. In the last sequence, we'll be concerned primarily with upper body strength and shoulder strength. The alignment that we'll create in the spine creates this posture of confidence. It really helps us move through the world in a more available way. Hello, I'm Marlon Braccia. Welcome to the second part of a two-part series on strengthening. Today we'll be doing asanas and pranayama that in particular work to help the body develop muscle mass and power. As you know, many people come to yoga for the properties of de-stressing and increasing flexibility. Well, by using your own weight as the mass that you lift, you can create a lot of power and a lot of confidence in moving. When we do these kinds of asanas, you want to be very careful that your breath is long, slow, and steady, and very controllable. The tendency to push too much is really there. To oxygenate the system right off the bat, again, let's do Kapalabhati by bringing the fingertips in toward the bottom of the palm and reaching the hands out, just above the shoulder line. Take a deep inhale, and on the exhale, it's like blowing a candle out very quickly and rapidly. Short inhale and exhale. Then we'll inhale, bring the arms up, hold the breath, and slowly exhale. So I'll walk you through that. Just follow along. Deep inhale. And short breaths. And deep inhale again, raise the arms. Lock the thumbs, hold the breath, reach the fingers. When you need to slowly exhale with ujjayi sound, inhale slowly again. And just notice if after just one of those, one round of that Kapalabhati, you feel a little bit of a rush of energy. What we do is we take the energy in the body and we compact it with the short breaths. When we hold the breath, we press it in even more. And then when we release the breath, we let that burst of energy move through the body. So let's try it twice more. Inhaling up. Inhale slowly. And slowly exhale. Good. Enjoy that next inhale. As the energy disperses. Good. And one more time. So there are about 54 short exhales in the middle portion of this. When the arms are overhead, we're reaching as high as we can and holding the breath in. When you need to exhale, start to exhale so that as you come down, it's long and slow and controlled. So, at your own rate, please. Okay, so hopefully a profound change right there. Let's come into a standing position so that we can warm the body up. We'll do just a sun salutation and then go into a classic vinyasa. And in particular, we'll work on chaturanga, a very strengthening pose, particularly for the tricep, but all through the abdomen as well. Inhaling, arms come up and overhead. Exhaling, dive over. Inhaling, reach, spine flattens. Exhale, come toward the legs. Inhale, reach up. And exhale down. And beginning again. This time pressing the hands into the floor, bend the knees, exhale all the air out, and hop yourself back to chaturanga. The elbows stay close in, the body just about 4 inches away from the ground. Hold yourself there, breathe smoothly. Inhale, up to up dog. Good. Chest pops in front of the arms, press into the palms. Face looks up. Exhale, curl the toes into the ground, press back into downward facing dog. Smooth, long ujjayi breathing. And moving through the vinyasa again, inhaling forward to plank. Exhale down. Hold for a few breaths here. And on your next inhale, up to up dog. Good. Toes are still curled into the floor. Try and make the torso as tall and vertical as possible. Exhale back to down dog. Reach the spine away and inhale. Right foot forward. Bring both the arms up and overhead. Good. So warrior one. Press the palms together. Squeeze the elbows and lower the hips. Front thigh is vertical to the ground, but keep pressing the little toe side of the back foot into the ground, rolling it down. The thighs separate in opposite direction, and the head rolls back. Find both the work and the surrender in the posture. Inhale, stand up. And exhale. Let's do that same pose to the other side. And inhale, stand up. Exhale. Arms come down. Good. So certainly you're feeling some heat by now. Let's come on down to the ground. And we'll do a posture called Shalabhasana, which is deceptively difficult. It doesn't look like much, but it really is one of the best ways to strengthen the back. So please do come onto your belly. There are several ways to do this, depending on how much back strength you have. The more your arms are forward, the more difficult it will be. So you may start with your arms at your side. Work toward the hands being by the shoulders, elbows bent, and eventually working the hands forward. So let's start it back here. As you inhale, press the ankles together and lift the arms, lift the back, lift the thighs. If you're so inclined, go ahead and move the arms forward, but make sure you can keep breathing very smoothly. Keep the back of the neck soft and long so you're looking directly into the ground, and raise the hands and feet as much as you can. If this is too much, you may exhale down. Inhale, come up. The whole time, stretching the body longer, crown of the head coming forward. Relax the back by pushing back into child's pose. Okay. Coming back down on the ground. We can change that posture just a little bit and turn it into bow pose by holding the feet from the inside, holding onto the ball of the foot. Then bring the feet back together, or at least close to being back together. On your inhale, raise up. And again, moving on the breath, inhaling up and exhaling down if it's very difficult. Or if you have the strength, if the breath is slow and even, go ahead and hold the posture. Exhale, come down and relax. Lengthen the back muscles in child's pose. Okay. Then, sitting on the ground. This next posture is frankly a little awkward. It's both creates a lot of back strength, requires a lot of muscle, but also stretches quite a bit. You can think of it as really the same posture as a bow and arrow, pulling this way, except for your bow are your toes. You're going to hold on to each big toe by wrapping the fingers around, wrapping the thumb around, and starting here. So one foot is extended, the other one lifts and comes by the ear. Now, increasingly, you want to raise the chest, flatten the back, and pull back on the right foot. The more you can sit up straight, the better. Inhale, release. And exhale, extend the opposite foot. Okay, so get your grip. Find your center before you move into these more difficult postures. Move on the inhale. Extend on the exhale. And release. Okay, good. So, let's do a real favorite of mine. Crow. You want to do this with a pillow in front of your face. We've done this before, haven't we? Press the elbows against the very inside of the knee. Make sure the hands are only shoulder distance apart. Very important. You want to put that pillow right here in front.
So tip yourself forward, squeeze the elbows, face looks down, and lift the feet. Good. Now, if you can't lift the feet, go ahead and lift one at a time. Eventually, you want to have them crossed in back of you. But even if you can't do the posture, just the act of trying to is very, very strengthening. So I'm not going to talk as I do it this time, but let's do it together. Good. And release. All right. So, similarly, come on to the balls of the feet. This time, take the hands underneath and loop them around. Yes, getting very exotic today. Press the palms on the ground. Let's see, hold on a sec. Okay. And pressing into the ground. This time, lift the feet in front. And lower yourself down. All right. So, that is plenty of work. Let's take all that heat that we've built up in the body and use that heat to really help us get into some places in our flexibility that maybe we haven't been. Heat in the room helps that, heat in the body helps that, and certainly the breath does as well. So, as you inhale, high into the chest, exhale, just bending forward, right here from the hip. The weight of your hands in front can assist you, but do keep the chest high. Back of the neck becomes long. So just let the head be in line with the spine, always in yoga. And inhale. Slowly walk yourself up. Good. So no matter how much experience you have in yoga, you don't want to go to your fullest point until you're several breaths into it. Let's cross the legs, one knee on top of the other. Stretch out the shoulder a little bit. The same arm as the knee on top comes up and over, and we clasp the back fingers. Good. Now, if you can't reach doing this, let me give you a little different shot there. If you can't reach here, you can go ahead and use a sock, okay? And then start to work your way down that sock. Chest stays lifted. Crown of the head just floats up. And then go ahead and try the other side. Good. To realign the shoulders, it feels good to just extend the arms. Okay, so As with all practices, at the very end, it is helpful. It helps the energetic work finish up if you come into Shavasana. So, flat on your back. Let the feet flop out to the side. Put the hands a comfortable distance away from the body. And just think of the breath. The eyes close. Let the eyeballs roll back into the head. Let the tongue just lull in the throat. The whole hip structure becomes very heavy, relaxing the space between the organs and the organs themselves. Just locate the back of the knees and see if there's any tension there you can let go of. Then do the same with the sole of the feet and the toes. And then just trace the breath as you inhale, drawing it up the spine to the crown of the head. And as you exhale, down the front of the spine. No need to direct the breath, but just follow it with your mind. One point focus is the very first level of meditation. And then to come out of it, rolling over through the right side and up, using your hands to push you up. Good. You can certainly remain in Shavasana longer than that, or if you feel calm enough, smooth enough, if the mind is quiet enough, come and sit up in meditation. When you do that, you want the crown of the head to be right over the tailbone, so find that balance from front to back. Any cross-legged position will do. Most important thing is that the spine is tall. If the mind starts to float away, again, just follow the breath. See where it is. And move your mind only with the breath. Let everything else fall away. So thank you very much for joining me. My name is Marlon Braccia. I thank you very much for your cards, your emails, and your phone calls. They are of tremendous, tremendous inspiration to me and really keep me going with this show. So I welcome you to come back and join me again for yoga time. Hari Om Om Tat Sat. Namaste.